When you face a choice in life, what will happen if you choose option A and what will happen if you choose option B? The same goes for the derivative chart. Throughout the entire derivative chart, through the continuous operation of the transit chart, you are constantly presented with various choices. This is what we call the concept of multiple possibilities, which is also a common concept, but it is very important, extremely important. Under the concept of changing one's fate, within this idea of parallel timelines, how can we choose a better life for ourselves? At this moment, since the past is already behind us, do we still have the opportunity to choose a better situation right now? How should I go about finding it for myself? A life that truly makes me feel happy and that I genuinely enjoy. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once. This film stars Michelle Yeoh, who has been one of my favorite celebrities ever since I was very, very young. She should have a chance to win an Oscar for this film. In recent years, there have been more and more Western movies discussing the concept of the multiverse or parallel universes. In fact, within these kinds of concepts, these ideas actually appeared very early on in Buddhist scriptures. From the current scientific perspective, the scientific community has already started to accept the existence of so-called parallel universes or multiple universes. Those who regularly watch my channel will know that we've often mentioned that. In the future, science will continue again and again to verify these concepts from Buddhism or metaphysics. This has always been the way civilization develops. We keep verifying these ideas as technology advances and the possibility of their actual existence. In that movie, we can see that Michelle Yeoh is able to transform into all sorts of different characters and then take on all kinds of appearances. In fact, whether it's this movie that Mum is talking about or other related films, any movies that discuss parallel universes, they all touch on a very important key point. What is it? That is, when you face a choice in your life, what would happen if you chose A? What would the result be if you chose B? And if you chose C, what would the final outcome be? In fact, this is also the case with the astrological chart. In the entire astrological chart, it's the same. The continuous operation of the astrological chart gives you endless choices. When you choose A, you will experience a different life. And within the path of A, there will be another choice waiting for you next time. You can make another choice. So as you keep making choices, in the end, the group of people you end up with will be different. This is very much like a game we used to play as kids, the kind with a branching tree diagram. You start from here, and when you reach a crossroads, you choose to go left. Then, at the next intersection, you turn right. And as you keep making these choices along the way, your life ends up being different in the end. This is what's called the concept of multiple possibilities or the concept of probability. But this is also very important, very important. The concept of changing one's fate. So on the Zi Wei Astrology chart, why do we have what's called the natal chart? That's also why we always tell everyone, never ever just look at the natal chart. Because once you only look at the natal chart, your life loses its sense of choice. So in addition to the natal chart, you also have the luck cycle chart. Each luck cycle, as it moves through different points in time, its influence will change and it will shift accordingly. So at every key moment, I need to make adjustments. Now, here's the question. What exactly is it in this kind of, under this concept of parallel worlds and loss of control, how can we choose a better life for ourselves? Just like in the movie Michelle Yeoh, as she goes through all these different life changes. She also thinks about what she should do. She actually has the chance to become a superstar, or she could be the owner of a laundromat, or even an alien with hot dog fingers. So what kind of person is best for her? And for us, at this very moment, because the past is already gone, so at this moment, do we have the chance to choose a better situation? At this point, from the perspective of Zhou Chu, how do we make our choices? Many people, when trying to change their fate, to put it another way, for example, if I have a bad personality, but I want to have better relationships with people, then I work hard to become someone who seems to have good relationships. Or let's say, I often end up choosing the wrong partner. Okay, so does that mean I should just accept that I shouldn't expect someone to be handsome? I shouldn't expect a big chest or whatever else? Does that mean I can solve these problems? People often run into this kind of situation logically. My previous boyfriend, because he was handsome and unfaithful, so what about the next one? And so you think, fine, I'll just find someone who's not good looking. But that's not the real issue. The problem is that he's unfaithful. So what you should be looking for is someone who isn't unfaithful, not whether someone is capable of being unfaithful. And think about it. What if the unattractive one is also unfaithful? Wouldn't it at least feel a bit better if the handsome one is unfaithful? if the unattractive one is also unfaithful, how much worse would you feel? Last time I went into business with a friend, and what happened? I was betrayed by that friend. So does that mean I should now be suspicious of every business partner I work with from now on? Isn't that a bit strange? Because it was A who deceived you, not B, C, or D whom you meet later, but B, C, and D end up having to bear the responsibility for what A did. We often fall into this kind of trap, which means that, in reality, we end up not knowing what we should do when making choices in life, what is actually better for us. For example, I wish I could be as beautiful as Bai Bingbing or Fan Bingbing, but I'm only 150 centimeters tall. No matter how much plastic surgery I get, I can't look like Fan Bingbing. So what can I do? Maybe I could try a different version. For example, perhaps I have a better chance of succeeding by following Tsai Ing-wen's path. In the study of the 4 pillars of destiny, there is a very important technique for changing one's fortune, and it's actually hidden very clearly within our birth chart. It tells you that even in the context of the multiverse, even if we can choose a parallel universe that suits us better, but we also can't choose situations that don't exist or are impossible. So what kind of choices are actually available to us? When do we have the opportunity to choose a parallel universe? The answer lies in the 3 key agents that very few people pay attention to. All right, everyone knows that on the Zi Wei Doshu chart, there are these 3 key agents. In fact, every palace position has these 3 key agents. Every single palace position has them. A lot of people tend to misunderstand and say, teacher, what about my spouse palace? What about this and that? Everyone keeps discussing the spouse palace, but they forget that the spouse palace is actually related to the opposite palace, which is the career palace. The way you present yourself emotionally to the outside world, as well as your work and daily life, if we're talking about daily life, then it's your fortune palace, which reflects your expectations for your inner self and spirit, as well as the way you spend money, your lifestyle, and then the travel palace, which reflects your social interactions and how you present yourself to others. All of these aspects, when combined, shape your choices in relationships. So the trine of each palace actually represents that palace itself. If we're talking about the spouse palace, what does this palace represent? The true composition of that palace. It can never be discussed by looking at just a single palace alone. So what does that mean? It means that, in fact, the trine of palaces is like the parallel universes you can choose from. I want to make myself me, envy my colleague. Wow, she always has so many men pursuing her. Valentine's Day just passed and her desk was covered with flowers, but she might wear short skirts, dress provocatively, fishnet stockings, and every day at work, oh, even during meetings, she's chatting online with a dozen men at the same time. But you can't do that. You just can't do that. But you can't do that, yet you still wish you could be like her. Isn't that difficult? Oh, maybe you don't need to have as many guys chasing after you as she does. Maybe you just need one person who truly loves you. But you're not good at dressing up. You don't fall for things easily, and you're not good at communicating with others. Even if someone asks you out, you don't dare to go out with them. So at this point, don't even talk about having hundreds of people pursuing you like her. You might not even know how to handle it if just one person is interested in you. When you want to change your own life, it's impossible to become exactly like her. But what can you become? You can become the best version of yourself, the version that you can achieve. This version of yourself exists in your parallel universe, the choices you can actually make, which is what we call the third-party confirmation. In the context of third-party confirmation, of course, these 4 roles together make up the main role and its characteristics and phenomena. But at the same time, this also means that the other 3 roles are actually traits and abilities that I already possess. I already have special abilities. So if these are abilities and traits I inherently possess, does that mean that if I play or transform into one of the other 3 roles, things will go better for me? It seems that things would go better if I were in one of the other 3 roles. In fact, this is a very, very important principle for changing one's fate in Zi Wei Doshu. To be yourself, to do what you can do, but also to present or express yourself in a way that achieves a better effect. Many people in their work environment are incredibly eloquent, treat others well, are good to their subordinates, and are very popular. However, at home, his wife doesn't like him, his relatives don't like him, and even his children don't like him. This is actually because his life palace and property palace might not be in good condition, but his career palace is excellent. At times like this, why not bring the positive attitude you have at work back home? This is another choice you can make, and by doing so, your life will become a bit better and everyone will be happier. Then, of course, your life will change and the outcome will be different. So, actually, in the movie about parallel universes, there's a very important point that everyone will notice. No matter what role Michelle Yeoh takes on, whether her arms are as long as ribbons, whether she's a superstar, or whether she's the laundromat owner, throughout the entire movie, after she switches between all these different roles, her core values remain the same. Her thoughts, beliefs, attitude, and feelings toward her family are all connected. So this is actually what Zi Wei Astrology is telling us about how to change our fate. In life, you actually have many choices, and the situations you choose may be different, but in the end, you are still yourself. However, you can choose one path: to place yourself in an environment or universe where your life can be better, but your original intention may remain unchanged. So let yourself, in our own space and time, find a better path forward. And Zi Wei Astrology is what the ancients passed down to us, allowing us to understand among the vast possibilities of parallel universes, which time and space we should choose. It is quite beneficial for us, as it provides us with a clear map. Through the process of triple verification and the rotation of the fate chart, I can know that at this point in time, in terms of my relationships, there are at least 4 universes I can choose from. And in terms of work, there are at least 4 universes I can choose from as well. So how should I find the one that truly allows me to live a life that makes me happy and that I love? Thank you, everyone.